change is happening. Progress is there, but progress only suggests that we're not there yet. But we're on our way.
Hollywood has a way of shaping and being shaped by current events. As a result of this, some of the earliest Hollywood films are truly reprehensible in their portrayal of minorities. For instance, The Birth of a Nation features blackface and a heroic depiction of the Ku Klux Klan. Racism hasn't disappeared, but has become more and more subtle. This is most evident in the progression of Disney cartoons. Even though it is particularly noticeable within Disney animation, some live-action films feature overtly racist portrayals of minorities, such as Mickey Rooney in Breakfast at Tiffany's.
It usually comes from a positive place. See, and that's the slippery slope, right? We're all in the same room to perform some kind of artistic goal, if not a commercial goal. And usually when it's asked of me to either portray a character with an accent or, of a certain racial type, it's not usually, malicious. I did this play out of town where the character is specifically Asian, Japanese American, and not in the context of the play, the director asked me to speak with an accent because she thought it would elevate the scene to this new potency that would be more effective for the character. Yeah, that didn't end up working out at all. It ended up being this super canned Jim Crow kind of thing. At that point, you have to protect your integrity as an artist and your instincts based on your preparation that this is what you should be doing versus what you should not be doing.
With roles ranging between commercial and film work, Michael is no stranger to being typecast. However, not all portrayals are so stereotypical.
I remember this episode of Full House. It's so funny. I just saw it recently where one of the sisters, Stephanie, she's kind of the middle sister, ended up having this mock wedding where she marries her best friend, right? Her best friend was an Asian American male, right? And they're maybe 10 or 11 years old or something.
I'll take her anywhere. After we're married, we can cross the street.
No accent, totally just a normal guy, normal lines. You could fit him with any race profile, and yet he was a romantic interest, and it was funny, it was cute, right? And I still remember that episode as a kid.
Now it's time for the wedding vows.
Wow, I can be that in something and not have to be asked to perform my culture, my race, or have that imbued through my character. You're just a person.
A survey of the 100 top grossing American films revealed a distinct lack of non-white actors in leading roles. Of these 100 films, 40 prominently featured a black character, 14 featured Asian characters, 10 featured Hispanic or Latino characters, and only 5 featured Native Americans. Interesting enough, 22% featured a green character in a major role. The two outlier films of the top 100, The Lion King and Cars, feature no human characters. Even adding together all the films with non-white actors in leading roles, the total percentage equals only 81%, which is 15% less than the films that feature a white main character.
I would ask that you spend a day looking at other ethnicities throughout the course of your day, especially if you're living in downtown Minneapolis. You're going to see a lot of people, right? And this is your human experience. This is your daily life, right? Asian person, black person, whatever, Latino person. And then watch TV that's supposed to mimic real life. Where are all these people that I experience on a day-to-day basis? America's known for being this whole rich, diverse melting pot, but yeah, we never get to see that on film and TV or too often. I'd love to be approached as can you do American work? Or, and doesn't have to be can you sound white? Can you sound black? Can you sound Asian? Which is so bizarre because they're automatically enforcing these stereotypes on you, but yet you still have to meet the expectations of the work.
Every once in a while, a student will come up to me and ask, Senor Chang, why do you teach Spanish?
While there are more Asian characters in modern television, they still remain in secondary or supporting roles, generally taking the back seat to a white lead. These limited portrayals are hardly representative of the Asian community as a whole, but it is still a vast improvement to the negative depictions most minorities are used to seeing. But for many Americans, television is the only window they have into the way other cultures coexist.
There's definitely Asian American kids that are expected to be this Asian character that they saw on TV. And then the Asian character that they saw on TV was silly or stupid or Gangnam Style because it's fun and it's kitschy, but then all of a sudden, boom, you're doing Gangnam Style from an Asian person, expecting them to either know it or know anything about what's going on. It might be Chinese. It's a Korean actor, Korean musician. Having that imposed on you just based on your ethnicity, or the fact that you should be even excited about it. Like, oh, there's one of your people up there doing fucking Gangnam Style, And then it doesn't ever go away. All of a sudden, that lasting, lingering image is like, oh, well, Asian people are really good at acting silly on camera when they're just normal people, buy food for their kids, try to pay their mortgage,
Contrary to the one-note portrayal in the mainstream, many independent artists are subverting the expected racial norms in their works.
I just did a play called Maple and Vine, where the context of the play is that the lead male is Asian American, he's Japanese American, and makes comments about his race, but it could be anybody, right? But the convention is that this couple goes back into this 1950s community, where then all of a sudden the expectation and all the racism is thrown upon them. So to have that role be in contemporary theater is just, even that is so new, because I've never been offered a role where, no, you're just an Asian guy on stage doing what the character feels and, all the roles that you're supposed to do, but your race is just the context. You don't have to inform anything that you do based on your race. That is so rare. So often that I'm offered a role for being Asian American, and then I have to bring the Asian into the American. Like, what about you being Asian? It informs this character, informs this role. Which I'm not saying that's not like real life, but it's very two-dimensional. And especially since you're just not allowed to be anything outside of that anyway, which is really bizarre. I don't know.